Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm back again with another video. On here, we're going to talk about EIN numbers, which is employee identification number, which is a number we want to use to separate us from the business, regardless if you're a sole proprietor or not. Years ago, that if you're going to have a business, even as a sole proprietor, which is the simplest form of ownership, you want to still get an EIN number associated with it to separate it from your social security number, because those are two distinct services, two distinct activities that you plan on doing when it comes to doing business. And even though a sole proprietor is the person that's, even if they sued, the person can come after everything because you are the business. There's no distinct disconnect from you and the business, because the business structure is not structured that way. You still want to have an EIN number associated with it versus your social. And so in this here video, we're on irs.gov. This is the home screen, I call it, because as soon as I type this in, this was the page that comes up. And so I'm going to take you here where we get all these different options right here. How can we help you? And then they get these different options. We're going to go apply for EIN number online. So we're waiting for it to. And so it takes us to a new page. So it says apply for employer identification number, EIN online. And so this is where we come to for the people that wants to start a business in the tax preparation industry, and they need their paperwork portion of it set up. Some people get started with simply just the EIN number, sole proprietorship, which is the simplest form of ownership when it comes to having a business. And then some people elect to do the LLC, which is a state registration aspect of being a sole proprietor, where you still go on a Schedule C, but the difference is you're distinctly separated from the business, the personal side of you. And so LLC is this limited liability company, and so you have a certain level of protection with that, but the protection only lasts if you're doing business in the right way. If you decide to commingle funds where no one can tell where the money's coming from because you don't have a business account and you're doing everything on a personal account, then now you just pierce the veil when it comes to you having a limited liability protection under that status. And so that's what people don't really understand, is that they keep the limited liability protection that comes with that filing structure. Then you want to make sure that the EIN number you have and the way you do business is strictly do a business account, and not having a personal account for business and not using a business account for personal and business. And so if you do it either way, you've just put yourself in a position where if you ever got sued, they can come after everything, because there's no distinct way to separate one from the other. So it all gets put in one big pot, and it gets to be put a judgment on all of it, where the person who's suing you can have your accounts froze and have the money taken out through the due process of you being sued. So in this here, what I do inside my mentorship program, I help people set up their business, and part of that is the EIN. And so even though this is a free service, it's only free to the person that's doing it for themselves. If you need some assistance with this, I do this for a living. I help people start and grow their own tax preparation business. I specialize in working with the new person who's looking to get started with their own tax preparation business from A to Z through my mentorship program that's designed for them. And so this here is included in the investment price that you make to work with me. It's included. You know what I'm saying? So the full steps process that we need to be considered a tax service is, number one, the ID.me gives you the ability to start an online account on the irs.gov website, and that's the gateway to getting to the e-file provider's application, where we take this information, which is the EIN number, doing business as information, and puts on the e-file provider's application before we decide to do anything else, because it takes time for this here to hit the system where the information can be read on that application that we're going to do when it comes to you get your electronic filing identification number. And then the PTIN is the last thing, which we can do in no certain order. All this can be done in 1 week. It's just that simple. And what we decide to do is we knock out this here first, because this takes the longest out of the 4-step process to make happen. The ID.me online account situation can be the same day if you have everything situated. EIN online account situation. If all you're doing is this, and you're not incorporating right now, you're not doing the LLC thing right now, and all you're doing is this, that's the same day action. The e-file provides application. Once you got your online account done, then you can get then you go to the application, because now you have access to the application, and now you can take this information that we've done here and put on the application. And like I said, if we did this on a Monday, the following Monday we'll come back and put this information on the e-file provider's application, and then by that time we've already done the PTIN application, because that's the same day process as well. And so those 4 steps allow us to be considered independent tax service, and that's what I help my clients do. And so here is where you click on this button and you go through the prompts. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go through the prompts here to begin. And you make a selection. So if you're not planning on being a partnership, corporation, limited LLC right now, then you make the sole proprietorship election. Then you hit continue. Then you hit sole proprietor again. You hit continue. And then from there you keep hitting continue. Then you ask you what it says. What is the sole proprietor request thing and EIN for? And so for most of us, it's for start a new business. All this other stuff has nothing to do with the main reason we're here, and that's to start a new business. And so we hit this, continue, then we fill this out. Now I can't go no further than this because I already have a business, and you can't get up in one EIN number through this process. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make another selection in order to keep going. So once you have a business already, and you already got EIN number, you have to select another business entity in order to use this process, because you only can get one EIN number as a sole proprietor, because you can operate as many businesses as you want using the EIN number as a sole proprietor structure. And so that's how that works when it comes to helping clients set up their business and helping them get their EIN number. And so for the person who looking to do that, that's what I help them do. We jump on a Zoom call live, and I walk you through the process. And so the difference is, I'm a sole proprietor. I'm a third party applying for EIN on behalf of a sole proprietor. And so that's why I walk you through it on Zoom, so you can do it yourself as a sole proprietor, because if I have to do it, then you won't get the actual EIN letter right then and there. The IRS will mail it to you because of that fact that we selected a third party was applying on your behalf for this. And so that's like a situation dealing with making sure that if you wasn't the one who did apply for it as a third party being selected, that's why they send it to you directly. That way, if you got this EIN letter in the mail, but you didn't actually apply for it, then you can have some type of idea that someone tried to commit some type of fraud on your behalf by making this selection. But this is a selection we make so they can get the EIN letter right then and there. Once you finish filling this out and you get the number, you get the letters, we save it right to the computer, because that's one of the things we need as documentation to purchase professional software and register with third-party banks. And so the 4 items that I normally let my people know that you need to put on your computer now as you get them, so when it's time to do business, we already have them in one location, is the EIN summary page, the PTIN letter, and the EIN letter from the IRS if you strictly did sole proprietorship only. If you did LLC, then you will have 2 different paperworks. You will have one from the IRS and you will have one from the state. And so that's the only distinct difference when it comes to setting up your infrastructure as far as the business structure. If you're doing strictly sole proprietorship, is a EIN letter from the IRS. And if you did LLC, partnership, corporation, or S Corp, then you have state filing paperwork as well to go along with this letter that you would need to have to show people what business structure you do have, because you might tell us you are S Corp or partnership, but we need to see the paperwork to validate that's what you are. And so moving forward, if you're looking for mentorship and you're interested in hopefully finding someone that can help you get started, maybe if you believe I'm the one who can possibly help you get set up, and I'm not sure if I can help you at all because I don't know your situation, I don't know your background, we haven't talked yet, we haven't chatted yet, we haven't determined if we're a good fit at all, if I can even help you. But if it's possible that I can help you, the only way to really find out is to get on a phone call, which is, you can reach me at 773-782-1320, and then from there, I'll ask you a series of questions. You'll ask me all the questions you have, and from there, if we decide we want to work together, then we'll take the next step by jumping on a Zoom call and meeting each other live and get a better feel for each other to see if what we initially talked about, initially felt for one another, still feels the same. And so that's the process I walk my clients through who work with me through my mentorship and coaching program for new tax professionals. And so if you want to learn more and you're interested in mentorship, and you might be a person that's watching me behind the scenes on my YouTube channel or checking me out on Facebook, and you're ready to take action, you're ready to get started, reach out to me, let's talk, let's chat, let's see if we can get you up and running and ready for 2024, and see what we can do with making that happen for you, because I would love to help 100 inspiring entrepreneurs make 6 figures or more in 12 months or less in 2024. Let's make that be you. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.